Hi guys.
Hi guys, Jill Morash here.
Eric Saba.
Back with your next Get Fit Anywhere exercise video in our Variety Away from Variety, keeping you fit and active while you're at home video series.
We're in the kitchen. What are we doing today, Jill?
Alright, well, I've got an exercise video put together for seniors or anyone with balance or weakness issues who want to improve their functional fitness, just to be able to help their activities of daily living, get you a little bit stronger, a little bit more independent, particularly for things like grocery shopping. Although a lot of people are using grocery services, you still have to be able to get them from your door, get them from, your apartment building, front lobby, carry them into your place and unpack them. So we've got a bunch of exercises that are going to mimic doing some of those things.
Totally unrelated.
Yeah, but it's just functional fitness, right? It's get you stronger to help you with those things. This would work in the garage, pittering around and your tools, putting things up and down, being able to use your whole body.
All right.
You guys ready? All you're gonna need, basically, it's a kitchen counter workout. So you need a sturdy counter or tabletop. Some things like I've got a can of chickpeas here. Eric's got a can of beans. So have one of those things on the counter. We're gonna do some activities with that. The other thing you're gonna need, some of you have done my active aging classes before. I do a Costco carry. I literally have a Costco shopping bag here. Now these are pretty big. You can load them with heavier items if you like. I've got my cans of tuna, soy milk, hemp seeds and pumpkin seeds in here. I think I overloaded Eric's a little bit. If these are too big, you go with a more standard size shopping bag and just fill with a few items that you can carry. That's still going to give you a little bit of a challenge. All the exercises are about 10 reps each. So of course you're going to modify it to what is best for you. You might be able to do 5, you might be able to do 10, maybe you want to do 15 or 20. We're going to show you one series of 15 exercises, and it's up to you if you want to do that once or twice or 3 times. You choose. It's your video.
All right,
we're going to get you warmed up first though, because we want to make sure that you're ready to go and you don't hurt anything.
Right. I've never warmed up in the kitchen before. So
no, this is going to be interesting. I know, we're going to try and not bump into each other. We're usually doing that while we're cooking. So number 1, you want to have either bare feet, which is what I really like for developing foot strength and balance. Not everybody is comfortable in bare feet due to whatever issues. You may need to wear orthotics. So Eric is demoing in his running shoes, making sure shoes are tied up tight. You've got any extra mats and carpets put away. I took mine out. Had to sweep my floor. So you're going to, number 1, just stand tall. And if you need the counter for balance, that's the whole idea of this. Maybe you need one hand on there for balance the whole time. If you don't need it, you can keep it up. So we're going to just start with little heel digs to the front. Heel tap and a heel tap. Right here, standing tall. Think about that belly button drawing in to your spine. Think about as tall posture as you can get yourself into. Nice tall body, big breaths. Right here. Just a heel tap and a heel tap. Just for a few seconds here. Good. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to tap to the side, to the side. Toe tap to the side, toe tap to the side. So you're just having to shift your weight a little bit, and you still want to stand as tall as possible. And again, if you don't need that counter, don't use it. But this is designed for people who probably do. Nice and tall. Just getting your body shifting weight, shifting weight. Good. 4 more. 3, 2, 1. And now you're going to touch to the back. Bring that foot to the center, touch to the back and center. It's a little bit different. Not everybody does this one as often. Shift your weight back. Shift. Working the bum a little bit, touch back. Feel that weight shift through the hip, through the hip. The supporting leg should always have a little bend in the knee. You don't want to lock out the joint. Still keep that belly button squeezing in. Good. 4 more. 3, 2, 1. Now you're just going to do a little march. So we're not lifting those knees up too high. Still think about that posture as tall as you can get yourself. I know a lot of people are dealing with arthritis that might kind of keep you forward, so you want to try and come up as tall as you can. Nice big breaths, little lifts. Good. 4 more. And 3, and 2, and 1. Good. Now you're going to put your feet about hip to shoulder width apart, a little bend in the knees. You can keep the hand on the counter if you like. We're going to do hip circles. If you need it for balance, no worries. If you don't, put both hands on your hips. That should be a nice stretch through the hips. If you're too close to the counter, come out a little bit. You don't want to hip check that counter, no bruises. Good, and let's go the opposite way now. Push this way. Still nice big breaths. Getting the blood moving around, warming up the joints and the muscles. Okay, 3 more. And 2, and 1. Good, so bring those feet in a little bit closer, still keeping a little bend there. I'm gonna reach across and back down. Think about ballet, up and down. Reach up, and you may not get this high. Shoulder arthritis, shoulder issues. You may not get too high. Go with what your body tells you it can do. Inhale down, exhale up. 1 more. Inhale down, exhale up. Now if you're doing this at home, you can just switch sides this way so we don't turn our backs to the camera. Eric and I are going to just switch sides, so then we get our other side.
Sounds good.
All right?
All right.
Stretch through. Good. Exhale up. Inhale down. Open up the whole side. You might find one side's a little bit easier to stretch than the other. Many people are dealing with shoulder injuries. So do what you can. 3 more. And 2 more. And go at your own pace. Last one. Good stuff. Now you're just going to turn and face your counter. I'll go this way. There we go. We're going to reach one arm up, high as you can, and then switch. Other one up. So a little stretch overhead, stretch up, high as you can. One hand is on the counter for your balance. Good. Let's do 1 more each. Good. And now bring those feet back a little bit more, nice and wide. Stretch back a little. And then bending forward. Don't hit your nose on the counter. Coming back up. And then bending forward. Keep just a little bend in those knees. Trying to get that hinge working through the hips. Feel a little stretch in the hamstrings when you come forward. 2 more. And last one. Hold in here, a little stretch. Push those hips back. 4 seconds. 3, 2, 1. And come on up. Good. Switch around here. See if you can stand on one leg. Little bend. Little ankle circles. Let me see my foot. Circle one way. Oh, I hear a little click. How are your ankles doing? Try and point the toe. It's like you're painting a circle. And then go the other way. 2 more. Good. And then sit that one down. Little bend in that leg. Nice tall posture. Circle with the other foot. I hear your ankle clicking. Thought it was mine. It's his. And let's go the other way. 2 more. Good. All right. A little bit side to side. Big breath. All right. Oh, one more. We want to do a little turn. We're going to reach to one side and back. Here. So reach towards the wall and then come back. Reach towards the wall and come back just to get a little torso turn. Low back warmed up a little bit. Good. 2 more this way. Stretch. Again, knees are still bent. Last one here and back. Normally you could just switch sides. Eric and I are going to switch. You're good there? All right, same idea. Now you're reaching with the opposite arm. Inhale back, exhale with your stretch. You always get a better stretch on an exhale. Let's do 2 more. Maybe about even. And last one. And back. There we go. Little shoulder rolls. Going backwards. You need that counter. Your hand is there. And then go forward. All right. Shake it out. If you need a little sip of water, you go ahead. I'm going to have a little sip. Cheers. We are in the kitchen. All right. Hopefully you guys are warmed up a little bit. If after the warm-up you need to sit down, take a break, no worries. You can do that. Put us on pause. That's the joy of a video, right? Anytime you need to, put us on pause.
Oh, by the way, this is carbonated water, no sugar, no artificial sweeteners. Just letting you know, okay? Just in case. Nothing alcoholic. Okay.
Or sweetened, no sugar in there. Yeah. All right, so the first exercise we're going to do is a mini lunge. So you're going to be holding onto the counter. Your inside leg is going to stay still. So the one that's closest to the counter is not going to move. Your other leg is going to swing forward with a little bend, and then you bring yourself back. You can touch in the middle, and then it's going to go behind. So, and then touch in the middle, and then forward, and then the middle, and then back. So we're doing mini lunges, front lunge, and then a rear lunge. And if that feels comfortable enough, skip the touch in the middle, and just come forward and back. Making sure you're bending that inside leg. See if you can take a little weight on that front leg and then the back leg. When you come forward, make sure that knee does not go over your toe. You can see in the video very well. There we go. Here. I forgot to count, Eric. This is 9?
50.
Let's go with one more.
10.
He was going to help me count. There we go. All right. A little bit of breather, shake those hips out. Now you're going to do the other leg. So I did my left, I'm going to switch the other side. Now make sure you're nice and tall again. Still think about that belly button squeezing in. That helps you with your whole core strength. Other hand's holding the counter. Now your other leg is going to go forward. So I'm going to do my right. Step it forward, come back to the center, and then you can step behind, center, forward, and back. That was 2. 3. I count out loud. And 4. If you can take that middle step out, you go for it. 5. Just as far as is comfortable for you. So it might be a little one. 6. Just to there. One side might be better than the other. 7. Depending on knee issues. 8. If you can, we're going to do 2 more. 9. And 1 more. 10. And back. Good stuff. How are you doing so far? Little wiggle. All right, the next one we're going to do is mimicking putting something away down in your cupboard and then back to the counter. From counter to low cupboard. So you have the option of doing a squat, just standing. So if I have my cupboard open, I'm going to demo on the other side. I would be here, my feet are wide, and I'm going to put it down in my cupboard and then come back up. Eric's going to do it, if that's too hard for you, right? And just for a lot of people to be able to hold a weight and bend down and come back up, he's going to do it from the chair. So he's sitting down, and he's going to alternate his hands. Then he'll put the can down, switch hands, so then both sides getting to work. Okay, now I'm going to do it on this side. I'm not going to open a cupboard door so I don't block anything.
Okay.
Okay, so we're going to try 10 of those. So if you are standing, I want your feet about shoulder width apart. Abs are on. Hold that counter. Got your can. You're going to dip down.
One hand on the counter.
Put it down in.
Reach.
Right. Put it back up. And come on up. Switch your hands. Here. Come back down. Put it in. Put it back up. And come on up. Switch your hands. Bending. Reach down. Bring it back up. Come on up. Bending down. So the whole idea is that you've got that counter for a little bit of support, but it's a weighted squat because you're moving whatever item. I've got my very heavy chickpeas here. Down. Reach it down. Come back up. I think we're at about 800.
100.
800. Holy, we've been at this for a while. Let's say that's 9. Let's do one more. Inhale down. And then exhale up. Good.
All right.
So you're really working all the muscles in your thighs and your bum and those muscles that are running on the back of the leg. They're all working, but you're also moving that can up and down, so you're also engaging a lot of the shoulder muscles and arm muscles. All right, okay so far?
All right.
We're gonna do a lateral low walk. So again, we're gonna use our counter. You don't need any equipment, no cans. This is gonna work the muscles on the outside of the hips and those big thigh muscles and the glutes, but I want you to come down a little bit, and you're gonna keep those legs wide. Torso is tall. Imagine you're in a low ceiling. What's that?
Hands on the counter?
Hands on the counter or just above if you can. That's up to you. You might need the counter for some of this. Imagine you're in a low ceiling room, so we're not coming up and down. I want you to stay steady. So you step across as you go. Keep it low, knees are bent. Good. And then you're going to travel back the length of your counter or your table or your workbench in your garage, whatever works for you guys. We're going to try.
Brings back memories of a basement apartment I had. Okay.
Really low ceiling. Even for us.
Very
You guys
low
who know
ceiling.
us, we're really
Okay.
short, right? We're pretty good for basement apartments. You know if we have to do this, the ceilings are low. This is 3. We're going to do 5 lengths of our counters. 4, keep that belly button squeezing in, that helps with your balance. Feel those hips work. You want to keep the toes forward as well. Good, and one more set. Forward and back. Keep those knees bent, stay low, as low as you can. Good, and then come on up tall. Give those hips a little shake if you need it. Good stuff. Breathe for a sec. Get the heart rate up a little bit, right? When you're coming down low, the muscles are having to work a whole lot more. Bigger muscles require more oxygen, and that's why you'll get more out of breath that way. Next set of exercises, we're going to work on a hip series. So you're going to start standing tall again. We're going to do a front leg raise, and I'm going to show you 2 options. We're going to use our inside leg first, so the right leg. You can either lift that leg straight up and down, or you can do it with a bent knee. So it's that forward flexion through the hip here. So standing tall, the supporting leg has a little bend in it. Tall posture, lifting up, come back down, just as high as it's comfortable for you. And if it's too hard with a straight leg, then do it with a bent knee. We're going to do 2 more. And the last one, there's 5. Just 5 for now, then we're going to do that twice. Switch your legs. Standing on the other one, little bend there. We're going to do 5 with the other leg. 1, 2, 3, and if you have to finish it with a bent knee, 4, and 5. Good. Switch up. 1 more set each leg. Still standing tall. Keep your belly button squeezing in. Ready? Lifting. 1, 2, 3, 2 more. 4, and 5. Switch it up. Standing on that leg, little bend there, nice and tall again, and lift. 1, 2. You can touch down in between each time if you want to. 3, 4, and 5. Good. Stretch those hips out a little bit. Now we're going to turn and face our counters. You can keep both hands on if you like. We're going to lift the leg out to the side. That's hip abduction when you're going out. The other leg you're going to stand on. We're going to start with our left leg. Keep a little bend in that right leg. And we're going to keep your toe pointed towards the counter. Lift it out to the side. Keep the toe pointing in. Come down slow. Standing tall. Come back. There's 3. 2 more. 4. You should feel it right here. 1 more. 5. Sit that one down. A little bend in that leg. Now we're going to do the other one. Check your posture. Belly button squeezing in. Little bend in that supporting leg and toe pointed forward. Lift to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4. Feel it on the outside of the hip. 1 more. 5. Good stuff. Put that one down. 1 more set each leg. Little bend in that supporting leg. Standing tall. Belly button squeezing. Toes forward. Keep them forward. Lift. They're going to try and cheat and point that way. Don't let them do it. 2. Belly button squeezing. 3. 2 more. 4. And 5. Put that one down. A little bend in that leg. Stand tall again. Toes forward. Keep them forward and lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, and give me one more. 5. Good. A little stretch side to side. Give the hips a rest. So that was hip abduction going out. Now we got to bring them across. Adduction. So the movement, I'm going to point, we're going to hold on to the counter just to show you. Going to go across and back. Across and back. It's like a soccer kick. If a soccer ball is in front, push it across. For balance, probably better if you stand back from the counter, hold onto it, little bend in your supporting leg. Left foot, bring it ahead, cross midline and back. Cross midline and back. You're going to feel it on the inside of the groin. There's 3, 4, and 5. Switch your feet. Little bend in that supporting leg. Standing tall. Right leg in front. Push across. There's 1, 2. Keep that supporting leg. Knee bent. 3, 4, and 5. Switch the feet. A little bend in that leg. Keep the knee bent. Got to protect the knee on this one. Push across. 1, 2. Standing tall. 3, and 4, and 1 more. 5. All right, one more set. Other leg. Little bend in your left leg. Right leg forward and push across. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You should feel it on the inside here. All right, last set of the hips. We've gone forward. We've gone onto the outside. We've gone across to the inside. We're going to extend back, but we're going to start with our left leg. Right leg has a little bend in it. Nice and tall, belly button squeezing. Start with your left toes touching the heel of your right leg. Without your back arching, I want you to keep a nice straight body, belly button squeezing in. Lift back, and then come back and touch. You're going to squeeze your bum, and then release down. Nice and controlled though, try not to let it flop. There's 4, 1 more. 5, big squeeze, down. You should feel it right here. Those are the glute muscles and those upper hamstrings. Switch your feet, little bend in the left leg now. Right foot, toes on the heel, standing tall and lift. Squeeze, 1, 2, 3, belly button squeezing, 4, and 5. Good stuff. Switch your feet, left foot, bring it back to the heel, standing tall again. Check that posture, belly button squeezing, and lift. 1, and 2, back slow with control. 3, 4, and 1 more. 5, and back. Switch your feet. Give your bum a little shake if you need it. All right, little bend in your left leg. Right toes on the left heel. Tall and lift. 1, and 2, 3, 4, and give me 1 more. 5, and back. Did you feel your bum muscles working? Yeah?
Yes.
All right, we're good. All right, so the next one, really important to work that lower body too. Working the muscles at the front of the shin. That's responsible for you being able to lift those toes up. That helps prevent foot drop. You don't want to trip and fall and not lift your feet up. So working those by lifting the toes, and then working the calf muscles by coming up on our heels. So we're going to stay facing the counter. Feet are about hip width apart, belly button squeezing, good posture. You're going to come up as high as you can on those tip toes. Then drop down slowly and then lift those toes up. This might be surprisingly hard for people. There's 2. We're going to do 10 all together. 3, down slow, then lift the toes.
4,
5, and 6, 7, belly button squeezing. 8, 9, and 10. There we go. Give a little shake. All right, so you're gonna need your little prop again. So I've got my trusty chickpeas. You've got your can over there. We're gonna do an alternate arm counter to shelf reach.
Okay.
So we put things away down on a lower cupboard with a squat before. Now we're gonna reach up. We're gonna alternate hand to hand. So I don't have a cupboard right here I can use. Eric's got a cupboard he's gonna use over there. But we're basically gonna go for counter height, and we're gonna switch from one hand, put it down, and then switch to the other. So your base is important. Have your feet about hip width apart, little bend in the knees. We're always protecting our backs, protecting our necks, everything. The can is in the middle of your center of balance here. One hand is on the counter. You're going to pick it up, reach, and put it up tall. And then imagine you're bringing something down again, back down to the counter. Switch your hands. And then reach, and bring it back down. So you have the option of coming up on your tiptoes as you reach up, bring it back down, and then up on the tiptoes if you want to add that one in on here. If you don't want to, just stand with a slight bend in the knees. I think we're at 3, 4, 5, nice and control, 6, don't break our glass dishes, 7, belly button still squeezing, exchange each time, 8, how are you guys doing? 2 more each, 9, 9, see if you can do the last one with the reach up on the tiptoes, 10, and 10, good stuff, little breather, roll those shoulders. You might find that, depending on shoulder issues, you can only reach up so high with one side versus the other. So modify according to what your body needs, but always keep your core braced. You don't want to be arching your back as you're lifting anything up, and we don't want to lock the knees out either. So keeping that strong foundation is really important. Do a nice big breath. There we go. All right, so the next one we're going to do is going to work more that upper body again. Push-ups, but not just any push-ups. We're going to use the counter, which is a whole lot nicer than getting down on the floor, right? It's easier if you start with your hands wider. The more narrow the arms are, the harder it is. So if we start a little bit wider and bring those feet back, it's going to be a slightly different kind of push-up. You can either have your thumbs tucking on the edge of the counter or on top, wherever is more comfortable. I don't want you to slide, so I like to tuck my hands. I'm going to bring one foot in front and then bend and pretend I'm pushing the counter away as hard as I can. And then I switch feet, bring the other one in, push. Try not to take too much weight on my legs, but my leg is there in case my arms give out, right? I don't want anybody stuck here. It's nice to have the length. So if that's too easy, bring the feet a little bit further back or bring the hands in. You could always do diamond shape, right? That's a whole lot harder. So we're going to set up. You ready to go?
Well, I thought we already started.
I know, I was
Okay.
demoing.
Ready?
Maybe you guys have already started, but let's go from here.
Okay.
All right, forward, push, and up. Again, belly button squeezing. That's 1 and 1, 2, and 2, 3. Keep the belly button squeezing. And 4, push that counter. 5, 6, working on a little endurance here, 7, 8, push hard, 9, and one more each leg, 10, push hard back, and 10, push hard back. Good, that gets the heart rate up a little bit. So if you want to just do 5, because we did one leg then the other leg, so that was like 20 push-ups, eh? That's pretty good. High five if you got 20 in there, those are pretty tough. Do a little shoulder roll, big breath. The next one we're going to do, we're working on using that counter again. We're going to work more the muscles along the side, right? Those external obliques along here. It's kind of like a side plank. So you're going to come out from your counter, nice and tall. I want your body nice and straight. Bring that hand over, and then you're basically going to lean. We're not bending the elbow though. So we're going to drop that hip a little bit, and then squeeze and push back up. Drop to the side, and then squeeze, squeeze, squeeze to come up here. Inhale, exhale, squeeze. There's 3, 4, 5. And if it's not hard enough, go out a little farther. 6, 7. If it's too hard, come in closer. 8, 9, and one more. 10. So I did my right arm. I'm going to do my left next, but so we're not putting backs to counter. I'm going to switch to the other side. Right here, get yourself set up. Nice straight line again. Hand out. This is where the elbow can be a little bit locked. Dip to the side, and then squeeze to come up. Inhale, exhale, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Inhale, exhale, squeeze. This is 4, I think. 5. That's right, okay. 6, 7, 8, 9, and one more big squeeze, 10. Good stuff. Now I want you to lean on your counter as you take a breather. Bring those hands back. So they're not too wide here. I want them fairly close to your hips. And if you've got some shoulder issues, this might be one you have to skip. See how it feels. Bring the hands close. Make sure you're gripping here. Elbows are pointing away from you. We're going to do a tricep dip. So you've probably seen people do these off of bench and such. Those are really hard. We're a little bit higher here. You're going to bring your feet out a little. Don't have to be too far. In fact, it's better if you're not too far because that you can see that's hard on my shoulder. So I want them in a little bit closer. Feet are about hip width apart. You're going to bend your knees and bend the elbows. And then use your arms as much as you can to bring yourself up. Inhale down, exhale up. The legs are there to help, which is great. There's 3, 4. So the muscles at the back of that upper arm are working. 6, 7, 8, 9, one more, and 10. Do you feel this part working? Yeah, triceps. Helps right on here. All right, so the next thing we're gonna do is my famous Costco carry. So this is where you're gonna need your shopping bag. I'll give Eric his nice heavy one over here.
Okay.
There we go.
What'd she put in this? My goodness. All right.
So you can slide it across. We're gonna be at the back edge of our counter. And again, if you want to use the lighter, smaller shopping bag, by all means go ahead. It's just, it doesn't work to call it a Costco carry if it's not a Costco bag. So we're going to walk forward and back. So it's a unilateral farmer's walk or farmer's carry. But we have a counter, which is awesome. Because we're only carrying weight on one side, the temptation is to do this. I want you to avoid that. I want you to keep squeezing the muscles on the other side and keep those shoulders level. So you don't want to make sure they're not here. Keep them nice and square and hip square. So you're going to bend to kind of pick it up, bring it up here. So you're holding onto your shopping bag. See if it's an okay weight for you. You want to be working your grip strength, forearm strength, and the rest of your body to make sure you're not tipped down here. So if it's too heavy, empty out some of the groceries. If it's not heavy enough, add some more. All right, nice and tall. We're just going to walk forward and back 5 times. So walking tall, belly button squeezing. If you need the counter, you use it. If you don't need the counter, keep the hand above. We're going to walk backwards with the unilateral carry. That's a little bit harder. A lot of people don't walk backwards. Hardly at all. Good. There's one. Nice small steps. Keep those shoulders even. Good. Belly button squeezing. Staying tall. Shoulders level. Good. There's 3. If you need a break, you can. Of course. If you're losing your grip strength. This is 4. We're trying to go for about a minute, 30 seconds to a minute per side. That's the amount of weight that we want. And back. I have 1 left. And of course, if you want to do more, you go for more. You feel like, hey, this is just too light still, or I have to carry my groceries a whole lot farther, you want to train yourself to be able to do that. There's 5. Good. So either switch hands or put it down. We're going to switch sides this way. If you need that counter before you switch, right? It might be too hard to switch from bag to bag without something to hold on to. Again, nice and tall. Shoulders are square, hips are square forward, belly button squeezing. Now forward and back. 5 times. Belly button squeezing. How you doing? Either not holding the counter if you can. We're in training here, right? But if we're actually carrying our groceries from our front lobby to an apartment building or a condo, we don't have a counter generally to hold. You may have a railing. Functional fitness.
If you want to burn extra calories carrying your bag, if you distribute the amount of weight between 2 bags, you actually burn about 10% less calories.
Yeah.
If you put all the weight in one bag and carry it, you're burning about 10% more energy. So just a little tip, carrying the groceries from your car, if you want to burn that extra calorie or 2.
I think that was 5.
5.
So I think that was 5. No, it's him talking. Usually it's me. All right. So
put all the weight on.
if it weren't, yeah.
Good.
When you're holding on one side, you're going to feel that, right? The temptation is to go, oh man, and tip. So then you're really working those muscles on the outside area, this part of the core, right? The external obliques to squeeze and keep yourself upright. And that's where you're burning more calories. Unilateral one side. All right, so you put that down. Shake out your hand. How is the grip strength? Do you feel that? The fingers, muscles, all the muscles in the hand working? Those are great to be helping with those things too. All right, so next one is a grocery bag deadlift, and then we're going to do some rows. So we're not lifting barbells for deadlifts, we're lifting our grocery bags. So this, you may want more, you may want less, we'll see. You want your feet about hip width apart, holding on the counter, nice flat back. You're going to bend, grab your handles, sticking your bum back. I'll show you this way. Bum back, and then lift it up, squeeze the bum and come forward. Coming down, touch, and then back up. Now I'm pretty short, so I don't have a long way to go to touch the ground, so I like to choke up on the handle to actually get a bit more of a workout out of it. So I would be here, and then come back up. So I'll show, we'll go from this side. You okay? This side
Good.
we're facing. All right, inhale, all the way down, and then exhale, squeeze the bum and come up. There's 1. Inhale down, exhale up. 2. And 3, trying to keep those knees nice and straight. 4, you don't want them bending in on you like this, or out too wide. 6, stick the butt back like you're sitting on a little stool, and then come up top. 7, inhale down, exhale up. 8, belly button still squeezing. 2 more. 9, and 10. Good, then we're gonna switch hands. I'm just going to come over here, switch my hands here. Other side, feet hip width apart. Again, bum coming back, like you're going to sit on a stool, and then squeeze your bum, come back up top. Inhale down, exhale up. 2. If you need to rest your whole elbow on there, you can. If you need that little extra help, there's 3. Inhale, exhale, 4. And 5. 6. Almost there. 7. And 8. 9. And 1 more. And now exhale, squeeze, tense them down. Shake out the hands for a sec. We're gonna go to the right side. We're gonna do a row. So I'm gonna come to the other side, holding my counter. So this is where I like to choke up on the handle again, but it's up to you if you want to be a little bit lower with this. Bring that. I'm going to use my right hand, so my right foot is back, my left hand is supporting here. Belly button squeezing. I'm going to lift that up and then slowly lower it down. So my elbow is going to go towards the ceiling and then back down slow. From the side, it's more like this. So it's a row. My upper body is flat.
Okay.
I already started.
Are we starting? Who's counting?
Let's
Okay.
start. All right, let's start officially right here. 1, 2, 3, and go. Lift. 1, slowly down. 2, and down. 3, belly button squeezing, flat back. 4, yes. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Sit that down. Come on up. Breathe for a sec. And then you're going to switch hands. Other side. I'm going to go here. So now my right hand is holding the counter, my right foot is forward, my left foot is back, my left hand is holding the bag. Flat back, belly button squeezing. Inhale first, exhale lift. Inhale down, exhale lift. 2, 3, 4, elbow back. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Sit that down. Come on up. Breathe for a sec. Take a little breather. That's a lot of work, right? Think about if you're lifting something from the bottom of your grocery cart, you have to be able to pick it up, put it up on the counter for the checkout person to scan it. There's all kinds of things we have to be able to do lifting. All right, one more that we're going to do is a trunk transfer. So imagine you are transferring something from the shopping cart to your trunk, down on the ground, back, either from the counter to the floor. We don't have a shopping cart here, and I don't have the trunk of my car inside. So we have our kitchen to work with. So we're going to work with the floor and the counter. The main idea here is that we're not lifting and turning and shifting weight this way because we could hurt our backs. The whole idea is that we're going to lift up carefully, right, and turn. So you always want to shift your whole hips before you're bringing something over somewhere else. The other trick with that when you're carrying something and turning is keeping it in nice and close. So what Eric and I are going to do, we're going to lift ours from the floor down here. So we're close to the counter if we lose our balance. So I'm going to use 2 hands. Pretend it's super heavy. You're going to stick your bum back like this as you go to lift up. Here, elbows are bent. So the more your elbows are bent already, kind of like a bicep curl, then you keep them bent as you come up taller. Bring it in close. Now turn your whole body. Shift your feet as many times as you need to bring it in. Okay, so what I don't want to see you do is lift and turn. That's when you're going to get the wrenches in the back. Okay, we don't want to do that. Ready?
Yes.
We're going to go from here. Lift it off. Turn. Slowly bend that bum back. So I'm coming down this way down here. Okay, so we're here. Lift it up. Good. In nice and close. Shift your whole body. Bring it up here. And let's turn and go down the other way this time. Okay, so bring it in close and we're going to turn your opposite way. Shift your whole hips. Bum back. And sit it down. And then keep the elbows bent. Lift it up. And now we get to turn to our left this time. Turn the whole body though. Shift your feet. Bring it in. And turn to our left. Here, feet wide. Stick that bum back. Lower that center of gravity. Belly button squeezing. Good. Lift it up. Bring it in close. Make sure you're stable. Belly button squeezing. Now shift. Turn your whole feet. And then back up. Breathe if you need to, right? It's a lot of work. Plug it in. We're going to turn to our right this time. Turn, shift. Belly button squeezing. Lower down, slow with control. Down, bring it back up. Come on up tall, in close to your chest. Shift your whole hips. Back here. All right, we've got 4 more all together.
4 more. All right.
Something like that. Shift, bring that in. Turn your whole body. Slowly stick your bum back like you're sitting on a stool. Belly button squeezing. Lower it down. If you have to do a little breather, you go for it. Bring it up. Squeeze the bum. Turn that whole body. Here.
It's a lot of groceries, Jill.
It's a lot of groceries. Man, we did a big shop, right? Gotta make it worthwhile. Turn to the right, or your opposite. Come in back down. I'm gonna shift you this way. Down there. Good. Come back up. I'm gonna turn my whole body. And here. There we go. 1 more each direction. Bring it in close. Bring it down. I'm going to show you this way. Down slow, 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 slow. Bum back. Down here. As low as you can handle. Keep the elbows bent. Come on up. Shift. Turn to the counter. 1 more time. Turn the opposite way. Turn to your right. I'm going to turn even more so you can see me. Stick your bum back. Lower down. Belly button squeezing. And bring it back up. And then last turn. Bring it in. Woo. All right. Then you'd have to put them all away. You can add them in this way. Save the best for last, though. All right, how are you feeling?
I feel like I shopped.
I feel like I shopped too.
I feel like I shopped.
I don't think I want to go grocery shopping
Okay.
tomorrow after this.
That's it.
I think I'm going to wait till Monday. That would be better. All right, how are you guys feeling? Let's stand tall. Let's do a nice big breath up. Across. All the way down. We did all of our exercises. Inhale. And then exhale across. And over. One more time. Inhale. And then exhale. And slowly back. And then you guys can turn around to your other side. I'm going to shift over here. Again. Inhale up. Exhale across. Inhale down. Exhale up. And one more. Good. Bring those feet a little bit wider. Let's do a little stretch one way. And here. Turn the torso just a little bit. We're going nice and slow. We're not lifting any weights with this. Knees are a bit bent. Two more. And one more. And then we're going to reach the other side. I'm going to come over here so I've got my balance. Reach across, a little turn. And here, knees are bent, not locking our joints. This is 3. Inhale back. Exhale with your stretch. 4. And one more. 5. Good. A little bit of forward flexion. We're going to reach up. Inhale and then bend. Exhale forward as far as you can. Come back up tall. Inhale up. Exhale forward. Bend, 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 bend as far as you can. Then come on back up. Switch. We're going to use the other arm, so I'm going to shift to the other side. Stretch as tall as you can with this one. And then exhale forward. When I'm coming forward, I'm trying to keep a flat back, stretching through, and come back up. And now, exhale forward. Last one. And come back up. Good. Now I want you to face your counter. Bring those feet back. We're going to arch your back up like a cat. Tuck your tailbone underneath. Tuck your chin down, round that back. And then let's do the reverse. Head and bum comes up. Relax the belly. Inhale here. This is cow. And then exhale. Into cat. Tuck that tailbone. One more time each. Cow. And then cat. Exhale. And then slowly come up. Kind of stacking one vertebrae at a time. Walk those feet in a little. Good. And let's do some shoulder rolls. And then forward. Good. And let's do the hips. How are you guys feeling? How did that go? Let us know in the comments. You can give us the thumbs up. Hopefully you liked it. Let's go the opposite way. Let us know if you did the whole thing in the comments, how it went, if you need any other modifications, and any other types of exercises you'd like to see us do, any other types of videos that would suit you and what you need.
Yeah.
Anything else?
No. That was great. What would you call it? Kitchen shopping workout?
Yes, I did have a name. Kitchen sink workout.
Kitchen sink workout. Love
Kitchen
it.
counter workout.
Kitchen counter.
I can't remember my name for it right now.
Kitchen
That's okay.
Everything including the kitchen.
Everything including the kitchen sink.
Everything
Yeah,
included.
yeah, you could go in and out of the kitchen sink
That's right.
instead of your shopping cart. That's all
Sounds
good.
good.
All right, guys, until next time, take care, stay fit, have fun, stay active, and try and stay cool in this heat.
Thank you, everybody.
Bye, guys.
Stay strong.
Bye.